had this Ducati Multistrada 1200S on sort of long-term test. We've had it for about 4 months from Ducati, and it's been an incredible bike for us to have running through the summer. We've been touring on it through Yorkshire, it's been up to Scotland, we've done track days, we've even tried a bit of off-road on it, though I probably wouldn't recommend that. Now Ducati say it's 4 bikes in one. I'd say it's more 3 because the off-road thing is a little bit dicey, but I kind of get why they're trying to do that, because they want people who buy GSs to buy this. But in reality it's a really different bike to something like the GS. The engine is absolutely sublime. It's 160 horsepower, it's a DVT engine, so that means it feels like 2 engines in one. So you get to about 6,000 RPM and the thing rips along. Now look, we've had it for, what did I say, nearly 4 months, and we've barely done anything to it other than oil the chain and check the oil. We haven't even adjusted the chain. The thing has been ultra reliable in the 3,400 miles that we've been running it. So this bike has Pirelli Scorpion Trail 2 tyres. They're new for this year and they're perfectly suited for this bike. Maybe not off-road, but everything else. They give phenomenal grip in the wet, really work well with the bike's chassis. And on track, they're so good that you can drag the footrest without any worry. You really don't need anything stickier on this bike. Now the bike's got 4 riding modes. It's got Touring, Enduro, Sport and Urban. Now Urban I don't really use. It puts the bike into 100 horsepower, softens the suspension for town use, good for some people. Most of the time I ride it in touring, to be honest. It gives 160 horsepower but a slightly softer fuel map. In sport mode you get a full aggressive fuel map and it stiffens up all the suspension to suit. And then Enduro, it lifts the whole thing about 3 inches, so if you did want to ride it off-road, you can a little bit. The cornering ABS is incredible. You can brake really hard up to the apex even on track, and it takes some getting used to. The electronics package on it's got wheelie control, it's got traction control, it's got electronic suspension. Some people aren't a fan of the electronic suspension, I am. It means that you can ride along a really bumpy road and it just absorbs the bumps as you go. And you can dial it up to be harder or softer depending how you feel and what kind of riding you're doing at the time. So look, it's not perfect, it's a tall bike. Okay, you can get a lower seat, but you've got to be a pretty tall guy to ride it. The panniers, although they're better than the old bike, they're a little bit fiddly to get on and off still. Not as good as something like the BMW, for instance. Overall, I'm really going to miss having this bike around. It's been my office. I've taken it on holidays, I've taken it on long trips, I use it for commuting, I use it for everything. It's an absolutely brilliant bike. It is a lot of money, £15,700 or so, a little bit more than that now I think. But what a bike, what a weapon the Ducati Multistrada is.